Run the tape, bro. 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 Run the tape, Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. UGA game day, boy, we ball out. Pull up, put the whole conference in the doghouse. Leave them 6 feet, see me on the win streak. All-star status, go coach in the bench deep. Offense on 10, how we run it? Your best ain't nothing, we gon' send them boys punting. Black and red, got them dead on arrival. Defense hunkered down for the tie. Hey, you don't want it with the dogs. Film guy on it, you don't want it with my dog. Break it down, play by play, that's the day-to-day. They know we ain't come to play, boy, it's UGA. Kirby smart, I cannot play the fool. Back to back, we did not come to lose. Back to back, like we got something to prove. Pay your dues, dog nation on the move. What's up?
We doing a little bit different around here.
We ain't come to play, we ain't come to play. Shut up and grind the tape.
The tape.
We ain't come to play, we ain't come to play. Them dogs in your face.
Let's grind.
We ain't come to play, we ain't come to play. Shut up and grind the tape.
Shut up. Let's grind.
We ain't come to play, we ain't come to play. Them dogs in your face. Shut up and grind.
Let's grind.
Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape.
The
Shut
tape.
up and grind.
Let's grind.
Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. Shut up and grind. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape. Shut up and grind. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro. Run the tape, bro.
Shut up.
Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Sunday morning. I was telling Austin, who's in the studio with me today, to help me out with this film study. When we get up on, or when we go live every Sunday at noon, that feels more like a team meeting room, right? Like we have a team meeting, we address all things that need to be addressed, and then we get after it with the week, right? But before that, in every football building, there's a war room, right? Where all the coaches sit down and they're watching the film and they're talking it out one another and they're educating, hey, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be addressed, we got to talk about this in the team meeting. But there's a whole long meeting prior to the team meeting that most people call a war room setting, right? Everybody sits down and breaks it down. So we thought that's what we might need to be doing on Sunday before we get up and live on that noon reaction show, right? I think our noon reaction show's as good as any reaction show in college football. It comes from a very football background basis, right? I watch the film, I watch the games, and then I tell you what my football brain says about those things. Well, today, I think I'm going to show you what my football brain sees and says about those things. All right. So we're going to start with this Oklahoma and Auburn football game, and we're going to look at this Oklahoma defense. And guys, there's about a dozen clips in about 45 minutes that we're going to spend watching this. About a dozen clips where Jackson Arnold is staring at a primary read. The coach has given him 6 yards, and he's just like, I don't know if I like that. And then clicks off, and then clicks off, and then sack. All right. You give up 10 sacks pretty quickly against the Venables defense if you are not confident in what you are seeing, and it's almost impossible to be confident in what you're seeing because the dude's a savant. He is a freak. Old Brent Brett is really, really good at what he's doing. Hey, I hope you guys enjoy this today. Make sure you're firing off in the chat, behaving yourselves, okay, hitting that thumbs up button as well, all right? Hey, we got a couple rules around here. If you learn anything about the game of football, you must subscribe. If you learn anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Hey, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. All right, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to start it out with this Oklahoma defense. Like I said, play one, snap one. You're going to see coach is trying to give them an easy completion, right? But one thing I love about watching Oklahoma, every time I watch Oklahoma, guys, I know they're going to be uber prepared, all right? They're going to be uber prepared. They're going to pass off zone concepts really, really well as well, all right? Motion into empty right here. We're going to play 3 over 2 down at the bottom, or at the top of the screen, right? And we're going to play 3 over 3 3 with another hook curl adding into the fact over here, right? And only rushing 4 against this empty set. I want y'all to really watch number 10 right here as he does a great job covering both, right? Getting and expanding into the flat. We have a flat defender right here in the corner sinking down, all right? And 10 getting into that slant window behind Cam Coleman, immediately making the picture dirty for Jackson Arnold. Now he's got to click over here to his left, and look how much this zone is squeezing as well. Linebacker did a good job of expanding into his hook curl. Now he's driving down onto the tight end. Nothing really clear right now early on in the football game for Jackson Arnold. Don't know if I want him ripping that window either and not having enough time to click all the way down here. I'm okay with the decision to pull the football down and live into a 2nd and 9. Guys, there's going to be a lot of this today where we pull the ball down, we look over and go, I don't like that. I don't like that. Sack. All right. That's exactly what Oklahoma's defense is trying to do to you. But I think it starts all right here by number 10, doing a good job of staying in that window. All right. And a good job right there by number 11, closing down on the tight. Now, most havoc-wreaking defenses, right? Most defenses that want to slant or stunt and plug and wreak havoc, right? We call them havoc-wreaking defenses. Most of them have a bad habit of stacking 2 guys in 1 gap, right? Oh, I thought I was in A gap. No, sir, you were supposed to be in B gap. Bam, 65 to our face, right? Oklahoma and old Brent Brett, since his days at Clemson, has been tremendous and making sure they're still gap sound and gap tight, despite the fact that they're wreaking havoc. What you're going to see right here, guys, is 3 gap exchanges. Okay, you're going to see 3 gap exchanges right here from these 3 down linemen and their linebackers. Oh, and by the way, a walked up look from them. Okay. 44 is going to cross the face of 65. He's got no chance. All right. And as a back, you're going to step to the line of scrimmage and you're going to think that's a bounce gap. No, it is not. We are closing all of these things as you approach the line of scrimmage. Okay. Boom. That's how we do it. That's the only stacked gap in alignment, I would say right there. We got 2 Oklahoma defensive players in 1 gap over there, but it doesn't really matter because we're creating TFL opportunities, right? We're creating TFL opportunities. Now, the first 3rd and 8 of the football game, we've always said, like, hey, you're in 3rd and long against anybody. You're in death man's territory. Like, there's no doubt. But doing it against this guy is just no way to win. And they even talked about this after the football game. All right, it's the first 3rd and 8 of the game. And what do my notes say? He's already sped up. All right, he's already sped up right now. Because I think we've got a winner down here to the bottom. Coach is trying to draw this out route up for Nick Singleton, I believe. That is my belief right here. And then our backside concept is this comeback. So we should be, Austin, let's go to 1. We should be 3 steps to the out route, right? 1, 2, 3, 1 hitch. We should be ready to throw that right now. If we don't, we're going to come back all the way over to this literal comeback on the right side. That should be our footwork right here and our thought process. Watch it from the wide, and then I'll show you the tight. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 hitch. We are already off of this concept that's going to be opening in just a half of a second. You see that right there? We don't have the trust right now in what we're seeing to rip that football confidently, despite the fact that it's a winner. And now we're working all the way back to our right side of our progression, and we still don't like it. We're holding the football. Why are our eyes already off of that? We were reading this apex defender, and his leverage tells me he's already beat. Do we all see that? That out route's working already off of him. But I sit here and Austin, I go, why is he holding the football? Why? The reason being, he comes to the line of scrimmage, he has no clue what they're playing in terms of coverage. So he's wondering, hey, the last time that corner trapped the flat just a second ago. All right, and the linebacker played underneath or inside, and the safety played over the top. And now they're going inverse relationships. Or what if they don't? What if they play man? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much of a chaos factor when you play Venables. I actually think they're relatively beatable in man-to-man coverage. They just, when they do, you have to be able to protect, first of all, because if they're ever playing man, he's pressuring you, or worse, blitzing you, might zero you. So we got to be able to hold the football long enough to actually win. I sat here late last night watching this going, I wonder where they would be without Cam Coleman You know, I wonder what this offense would look like right about now without Cam Coleman. Dude just absolutely runs by people. Also, I don't know what made you want to dive into the box. You have back to you right now and absolutely no mesh point right here. The quarterback is doing nothing but getting straight into a standard 3-step drop, and you have back to you. Okay, very, very weird to see you diving into the box right there, 22 or 32. That one step right there cost us 60 yards. Cameraman was lackadaisical all day, Austin. It was bad. All right, let's talk some football here. Okay, they're in duo. They're working RPO, double slants back to their right side. Okay, when we throw double slants, Jonathan, at least I teach double slants outside in. Okay, we do not throw them inside out. Now, why would we not throw double slants inside out? Well, if we throw that guy, he can get ran into right there by that safety. All right. But if we have the secondary slant working on the backside, he's probably more than likely not going to be ran into a defender. Right. So if we read that we have a pull read, right, because we're also having to read the box right now because it's Hugh Freeze's offense. Hey, if we read that it's a pull read, we have to throw this outside in, not inside out, because the inside defenders will ultimately make it mucky. Thought that was on my board over here. Do you see that right there? How that secondary outside slant is actually the one that opens up, Austin? That one's nice and clear. This one's not, because that middle field defender ain't moving nowhere, buddy. We had nowhere to move him. I thought it was on my board. Oh, yeah. 2 to the field, back away equals double slant. Right there on the board. 2 to the field, back away equals double slant. Now, they're trying to break a tendency because you see the backs 2, right? Not 2 to the field. Oh, no, it is 2 to the field, back away, double slant. It's on the board. I would have liked the back on the right side here, but that's me. I would have liked to read this way. Instead, flip the back this way, read here, read this defensive end, because this cross action, Austin, might pull him this way, God forbid. All right, we're trying to hit that secondary slant, right? Not lead that safety into the face of our wide receiver. Should have been a pick. All right. Now, I think Hugh's going to get to the film room on Sunday when they get into their version of the war room, and he's probably going to criticize the quarterback right here because he wants him to, I would imagine, rip this red line. Okay, this corner is now trying to get over the top. He's the high hole player, right? They have 2 high hole players, 2 high, right? All right, these guys are all sorting the junk out right here. But as this corner drives off of the numbers towards the middle of the field, right? This red line opportunity right here for this number 1 wide receiver does actually open up in the progression. Do we see that right there? He should be staring at this over here. We're trying to work this sail and this go route right here, I would imagine, as oh, wait, what are they running? Hold on. He's got double post and an out. I watched this last night and thought, as a quarterback, if this were my concepts, right? If this is what I had, I think my eyes and my tunnel of vision would be reading right here, right? Wouldn't you? That's what I would be reading. Off the snap, 3 steps, 1 hitch. I'd be reading these 2 defenders. That's how I'd coach it too. All right, because those are what our concepts are stressing right here. And as I see this corner dive and this corner roll off, I have my red line in timing too. 3 steps, 1 hitch, rip the red line. Agree or disagree, Austin? Am I asking too much? I think Joe Burrow makes that throw in the NFL. I think a lot of NFL guys make that throw. I think I'm asking too much on the road for Jackson Arnold right now as a film evaluator. But it's 3rd and 15. It's 3rd and 10 right here. I think we got to win. I think we throw this ball high and into this bubble. Instead, I think we're scrambling right. Do we pick up the first down right here? Yeah, we do. All right, we got to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation with this linebacker right here, or he's actually a down lineman, number 44. All right, poor number 44 right here. This looks like we spent way too much time tagging our own quarterback off during camp. Okay, and this is unfortunate. This is modern football. We feel as if we can't hit that guy, but that is the definition of what we call tagging off. All right, when you run by a ball carrier with your hands low and just kind of, this ain't practice, dog. Hit him right now, because you got an opportunity to drive him out of bounds, and now he picks up a first down. It's unfortunate right here. We protect one position on the field. It feels like we protect the quarterback, but when he is running, he is a runner. All right, that's a 225-pound athlete that won a game with 18 carries. Let's hit him. You know what I mean? I do think they're very beatable in their one-on-ones, okay? Right? They finally play some man coverage right here, but here's the deal. When they play man coverage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to get pressured. There's no doubt. This is actually a blitz. 4 is a regular rush. 4 is a pressure. 6 is a blitz. Do we all understand that? That's how math works in football. That's how we call those, okay? Not all pressures are blitzes. All blitzes are pressures. Squares, rectangles type thing right there, right? All right, so here's the deal. I do think they are gettable, right? This safety gets beat by Nick Singleton across his face right here. But look how perfect the protection had to be, right? We actually had to stand in there and rip a football. It appears chat's making me realize we have to address refereeing right now. We're going to address refereeing in our noon show. Okay, I ain't complaining about zebras on the film right about now. All right, let's talk football, and then we can talk complaints. All right. Had to just get a little corrective action right there, Austin. I hope they're enjoying this. I hope they're enjoying this. Hey, we're going to show you what chasing glory looks like right here from an inside linebacker. And then a couple reps from now, we're going to show you exactly what this should look like. Number 11's way too far upfield right now. He picks a side and we replace a gap. And now we get gushed 9 yards down our face in the red zone. So watch this right here from number 11. This would be an example of what we call chasing glory. All right, we're picking a side right here from 87. We're not getting flat. We're creating a crease in the offense. And by the way, we're replacing a gap from a teammate. All right, that is not good stuff from 11. 10's going to fix it very, very quickly here in a couple of reps. All right, so this is rare for them. They do this probably, I'd say, once every 25 snaps. It's your job as an offense to do what Auburn did right here. Rip them for 9, rip them from 10, make a safety, make a tackle, or else we're in the box. Okay. Can't be chasing glory. All right, that's picking a side. That's not getting flat. That's chasing a sack right now in a red zone situation when we're supposed to be playing physical and through the man, not around the man and way too upfield. Now, this is why Brent Brett is Brent Brett, because watch, it happens on the other side, and watch how perfectly executed number 10 does this. If you want to avoid blocks, do it like 10 does right here. He throws number 87 down on his face, and do you see also how he's not upfield? Saying too. See how he's not upfield, all right, and he's not exchanging a gap too far. All right, watch this from the wide or the tight. We're not getting too far upfield in a rundown situation. We're being disciplined right there. And we're squeezing tight to these wrappers, keeping our outside arm free. Poor 87. Were you even going to bring your hands today? Or were we just playing with our shoulder column? No? Okay. He was just planning to hit my mans like this. All right. You know what else I love about Oklahoma when I watch them? Pardon my language, earmuffs, kids. Hey, the shit ain't sweet out there in that DB room. This shit is not sweet, okay? He is about to get pinned by number 8, Cam Coleman, who is 6'4", 210, probably listed at 6'4", 205. All right, watch this right here. Number 8 gonna get him a mouthful, okay? Number 8 gonna get him a mouthful unsuspectedly. Like, all right, now, again, it just ain't sweet. And look, watch his eyes the entire time. Never once does he seek or find 8. In fact, 8 thinks he's got him, about to go knock his block off a little bit because no eyes are paying attention to him. Nope, going to run right through your face. Okay? Extremely well prepared. You see how well they passed this off to? How he immediately collisions and he gets the outside leverage to force the ball back in. All right. Now, in my opinion, every time a coordinator calls anything like a slant and go, a hitch and go, a stop and go, a fake screen and go, anytime a coordinator is calling that, if it is just a hair open, rip the damn football. That's the way I look at it, all right? Because we're calling it. You know what it's supposed to be. You know the why to the play. You hear it in your headset. I tell you, hey, should be open. All right, so here we go. We get a good example of this right here. I think this ball should be ripped. I can't remember exactly the concept. All right, it's slant and go. We run sluggo right here to the top of the screen, and I think we've got a winner. I think we've got a winner right now. If we throw this ball away from this safety, I think we've got a winner. We called the play for that ball to be ripped. It is not. Agree or disagree, Austin?
I would agree, for sure.
All right. I always like having another voice in here. Agree or disagree, chat? We got a whole chat in here now. That ball should be ripped to Cam Coleman, in my opinion. All right. So we look on social media and we're like, Jackson, why are you holding the ball so long? Because he's not trusting himself. That's why. Because calls like this, right, we're working a slant and go. So we have to work that progression for what? 1, 2, 3, slant, got to hold it for the go. That's the entire pass progression, guys. Right? That's 2.5, 3 seconds right there. Look, the pocket's already muddy by the time we get done denying the slant and go. Do we all understand that? So if coach is calling us for a concept to win and the concept wins and we don't get it completed, right? Also, we could be back here working, right? But we're already rushed off our platform. We're already running for our lives. Don't you love live programming, Austin? Don't you love live programming? Make sure we're hitting that thumbs up button, chat. All right, so we had a quarterback deny or turn it down, right? We called a slant and go. We think we got it. We like it to the field. We don't rip it. All right, the very next play, our quarterback actually realizes that they're in what I assume to be a coverage bust. Somebody's supposed to have this deep half. Nobody gets to it. I mean, guys, it's 3rd and 20. I would imagine they're not trying to play whatever this is. You know, I think they bust right here, get caught off guard, and that they have somebody running in their back end right now. And watch this right here. Cam Coleman right there just kind of gives up on the route. Do we all see that? I think it was very obvious on the TV copy as well. Who was it, McElroy on this game, Austin? I think it was McElroy. McElroy did a good job figuring this out on the fly in the TV copy. I think if we take 2 hard steps out of that break right there, and here's why I understand why Cam slows down on this route. We on this network call these I love football routes. If you can see right now, they're trying to work this flood or these 2 out route concepts towards the flat right now. Give this dude an opportunity to run after the catch is what I think they're trying to do. So Cam thinks that as well and just kind of gives up on his route in the middle of the play because he thinks, no way I'm getting the ball. Yeah, you are. You run that route, and we always call it a I love football route. You run that route for the one time it does happen. You know what I mean? 99.9% of times you are running that route to create an opportunity for your teammate. The other 0.01 might be a 70-yard touchdown. And that's why you run it. You should run it that hard every time just because you love football. I'm not saying Cam does it. I think Cam thought this was a playoff, and he's a young football player. So we've seen him run slant and go. We're about to watch him run Hugo right here for Cam Coleman. Okay, hitch and go. Hitch and go, right? Hugo. Right here at the top. Watch him. Little hitch. And then get on top. I mean, he was what, 65% of their offense on Saturday? I like the eyes right here about Jackson, right? We know there is no way in hell we're not throwing that football to Cam Coleman, right? We know that. It's a good job right here keeping our eyes, not even, I thought late last night was middle of the field. No, we got him far right. Right? Watch what it does to this safety. This safety that is responsible for the middle of the field right here, number 22, he's stuck in the middle of the field. He can't get off the hash. Until right now, ball's in the air. You're never getting over there now, big dog. All right, and then this is why, and look, I'm not blaming all the penalties on check with me's, but I'm a line up and play football on the road guy because that's just what I think works. And yeah, it's because I've listened to Kirby Smart say it for 8-10 years now, but he's got a pretty damn good road record in a conference that doesn't alleviate good road records. And that's what they do. They line up and they play football. There is no check with me's. There's no, hey, a lot of control at the line of scrimmage. There's no, hey, if they do this, we're going to do this. The most complex thing that they will do is give 2 plays. We'll can. That's it. Like that's the extent of the complexity on the road. And I think a lot of these false starts were due to the fact that we were doing a lot of stuff at the line of scrimmage. We're doing a lot of check with me's. We're doing a lot of RPOs. We're doing a lot of hard count claps. Like we got to simplify on the road, guys. We have to simplify on the road. And now all of a sudden we're in a 2nd and 20. And this is death man's territory for everybody, but really against old Brent Brett. He's going to put you in a bind. But again, like right here, man, this would frustrate the hell out of me. I'm sitting here watching you, and you have space right there. But I understand why you're not throwing that football, because I've seen that corner jump you multiple times today, right? We throw this ball into this flat corner, jumps him, just absolutely kills our wide receiver, or worse, takes us back to the house. So we click off of it. All fine and good. He's right there. He's right there. Especially when you watch it from the tight. I just feel like we have so much space right here. He's going to cross that guy's face, but we're already committed to running at this point. You know what? I'm going to give this a half and half. Good job passing all the zones off. Good job knocking him off his spot as a pass rush. Good job, Jackson, of not making it a totally dead play. And your rushing created a horse collar right here. Every time I watch them, though, they always have some type of tendency. Watch all of these guys right here, okay? When I see stuff like this on film, it just reeks. You guys were prepared. You know what I mean? You guys had a tendency breakdown. You guys listened in your team meetings. You guys paid attention to what coach was putting down this week during team meetings, because look at this type of cueing from number 10, number 3, number 57. Look at all these different run cues that they're getting right now and how well they fit this quarterback run fit. You know, I'm sure they're getting some type of personnel count, right? They're in 12, attached 12. I'm sure is that another back running into the backfield right now? Or is that a wide receiver? That's a wide receiver. But anyways, we're in 21 personnel as an offense, motioning into, two backs. That's a lot of run cues probably. I would just come to the line of scrimmage and I would look at this and I'd say, okay, well, maybe I'm getting man coverage, especially because I'm a quarterback. I can't see that they're all on the same level right here. But maybe they play zone, okay? But what zone are they playing? I don't know. If it's 1 high, they must be playing cover 3. But, okay, well, what if it is cover 3? All right, it might be. But if it's cover 3, these guys normally drop, right? And this guy stays in the middle of the field. What do? They invert the 3. They leave the corner in the flat, all right, play all these guys hook curls, play the nickel in the deep third, play the middle safety deep third, play the other safety in the deep third. And get home in under 3 seconds. And I'm sure Hugh's sitting there on Sunday going, just throw the speed out. I wouldn't be throwing that speed out, not across the field. That's going to get so undercut. Let's watch the rush from David Stone. Throw a wicked stun on them, don't they? I love watching selfless football players. Watch 56. Okay, most kids, they're going to dart way out. The center's not actually going to get involved. The center's going to be able to lag off and pick up the 3 tech. Nope, not 56. 56 is going to dig a deep rip right into the chest of the center. Now you have to stay committed to me. All right, and I'm not going to allow you to just push me and throw me off the spot. No, I'm going to continue to stay stern and vertical through your sternum right about now so 0 can wrap flat and unevaded. Look at that. Woof. Also, just to 100% make sure the left guard doesn't get involved, I'm going to give him a sim pressure. You know what I mean? I'm going to dictate the slide this way, Austin, and I'm basically going to waste this person right here while attacking that gap right there. 52, we got to close space faster. Once we see drop, we got to get our eyes inside right now and work. I wish I had a brand new Sharpie. I'll put it on the board. RPOs equal tips and overthrows. RPOs equal tips and overthrows. I hate them. I want them out of my offensive game plan the rest of eternity. If I am a football coach, you will not be allowed to RPO. You are allowed to screen. You are allowed to run. You are allowed to pass. We are not allowed to RPO because it has gotten too complicated. Defenses have seen it way too long, and it creates way too many tips and overthrows. And I've sat in these defensive meeting rooms, and I know what these stats say about tips and overthrows. Tips and overthrows lead to interceptions. Tips and overthrows got to get those. That's what defensive coordinators and defensive coaches think constantly when this type of stuff happens, and it happens constantly, okay? Because it is a tough ass throw, guys. If we're pulling this football, it means we're about to get hit in these RPOs. We all understand that? This ain't no, ooh, I pull the football, now I get to get my feet set nice and clean, and I get to throw through a pretty picture. No, sir. This is pull the football, here comes the defensive end, oh shit, he's in my face, let me get around him and flip one of those to a slant that might turn into a stop, a slant that might turn into a square in, a slant that looked like it was inside leverage that post-snap is actually improper leverage. That's why I don't like these plays. All right, and this whole system from Auburn is predicated on we gonna move the football through RPOs. Look how tough this is for this quarterback, man. And it's a simple 5-yard slant. I have to change my arm angle. I got to get it around somebody who's a free defender that's about to hit me in my face, who's got his hands up, who's also, by the way, 6'3", 210 pounds, and has a 35-inch vertical. We got to compete to this screen right here. Okay, we have to. Now, this is a great job by, I think it's either 32 or 34, both great edge rushers. It's a great job getting upfield right now and going to FSU, right? When we have an offense like Auburn that's trying to move and handle the quarterback in a certain way and run the quarterback, move the quarterback, roll the quarterback, RPO the quarterback, whatever, we better run to his face. We better not worry about anything. Just go create havoc right now, run to his face because we will ultimately jack up his timing. Jackson, I think we've got to buy space right now because we're trying to throw this screen to this running back. There is no other progression. There is no other thing for us. All we're doing is pulling the football down, running into bodies that our offensive linemen are taking us to, right? All these offensive linemen are trying to release out as well. So as we go to step into this pocket, they're running their people into us. So we can't be doing this. If we're going to compete anywhere, we have to buy time and flip this ball to our back somehow. Do we all see that? Get the damn ball out, son. It's 2nd and 10 right now. I mean, it's stick, dude. We're running why stick. Anybody who's ever played Madden reads the stick first, right? I mean, it's right there for us. We got space. Rip the damn ball. No. We're just going to run around. It's all good, man. It's all good. But we didn't pick up a sack here. But we probably should have. It's really bad when you look at it from the tight. That guy's got no chance of making that play, buddy. Beat him with the ball. This just says they're great because they're prepared. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's talk football for a little bit. What just happened? We love live broadcasting. Come on. I believe in you, dude. I know you can do it. The ops are getting to us, Austin. Aha! All right, let's talk football for a second here. Okay, here's the deal. They have formation into the boundary. Do we all see that? Ball's in the left hash. They've got trips into the boundary. We call this nub. When the tight end's over here at white end. When the tight end's over here by himself, we call that nub. All right, so they have formation into the boundary. Now, the offense can do one of two things in terms of passing. They can flood the boundary, right? Flood into the boundary, F5B, or they can work back to the field's progression, right? So as a defensive back core, we should take care of the flood, be prepared for the cross, right? That's what we should do. Defensively, that should be our MO. That should be our modus operandi right now as a defensive staff. And watch these guys get over the top of the FIB first, right? You two guys get over the verticals, right? Not going to get beat over the top of themselves, are they? Now, let's watch these guys down here on the bottom. You guys, all you guys, should be prepared for boot reverse, right? Flood back to us, okay? Flooding concepts back to us, and bang. Look at 19's leverage. 19 is never going to press vertically here, all right? He is going to stay outside, butt to the field, and expand as that tight end runs right into his face, okay? Let's work down here now. Let's look at number 11. Watch number 11, okay? He gets run action away from him. He is as patient can humanly possibly be. Here comes the boot. It's running right to my face. That's a great job right there of just absolutely blowing the play up. Oh, it gets better. Let's watch this box defender as well. Watch him identify the flat concept really, really quickly and drive down on it. There's nothing for us. Oh, also, we love you. We love you on the backside because you are reading run, you're fitting run, and then you turn and find the deep over. We love to see that, right? We love to see prepared defenses. It's not just because they got great players. They got great players. We're going to love up on the players when we get over there and talk in the meeting room. We're going to tell you how great these three defensive tackles are. We're going to tell you how great these linebackers are. We're going to tell you how physical this defensive back group is. But y'all can see how prepared they are. Now, again, like this is probably, he probably left the game thinking this is my best completion. I got all the way to my fourth read and I ripped the hell up out that football. Tight window. It was on time. Yeah, big play. Sir, we have a winner right here. It's 2nd and 10. We're trying to get into 3rd and 4 so we're not in 3rd and a zip code again for the 19th time today. And we got you a winner. You click off of it. We got you a winner probably right there too if you want to rip the football to the tight end. All right, you throw it inside leverage right there. We probably got it. Nope, we're working all the way back. We got guys in our face, and we're going to rip a tight window ball to Nick Singleton, and everybody's going to say, Eric Singleton, everybody's going to say, wow, great ball, Jackson. And I'm sitting here as an evaluator going, ooh, we passed up 2 winners before we hit the hard shot. And we're lucky we didn't take a shot to the face. It's right there. It's right. There's 6 yards of leverage right there. Oh, it's right there. Throw the football. Nope. We're going to click all the way over. I mean, and Austin, if that hand just hits us, we're back into 3rd and 10, aren't we? We're living on a hair right there. All right. We're going to switch over and watch some Alabama offense now. I think that's what everybody really, really wants. That defense is really, really good. There's no doubt about that. They're extremely prepared. They're really, really good. All right, let's switch over. I'm going to get some agua. All right. We're back. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. Now, it's a real test of my my energy merits here. We're going to go 2 hours here. We're going to turn around and go an hour solo. Mess around, find out every once in a while, eh? Hey, Austin? I hope y'all are enjoying this. Fire off in the chat. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Let's get after it. Let's watch some Bama foosball. Big time football game this weekend, obviously, in Athens. Yours truly will be there. You going?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, already know. But a lot of people in town. Not college game day, though. Not college game day, though. They're going to Penn State. So here we go. Let's watch some ball. Now, this was very interesting to see, to me, the differences between this FSU offensive performance and what they did against Wisconsin. They were very, very simplistic and I would say bland in this football game from a run game standpoint. They tried to get a little bit more diverse against Wisconsin. So y'all need to lock in right quick. We got a good little bit of film right here on Alabama's offense. Okay, they were a quarterback duo football team a year ago, Austin, meaning they'd get into shotgun, they'd put the quarterback or the running back to the side of the quarterback, and then they would run duo, okay? And they would run the quarterback right here down C-gap. Now, they are still very much so a duo football team, all right? They're just doing it out of the eye a lot this year, okay? We're going to open up right, okay? Try to get some double teams up to this guy, and we're trying to work this crease right here in the offense. In my opinion, duo is we got a good left tackle, and we got good tight ends and wide receiver blocking guys, all right, type of play. That's what it says to me. It says we are better off blocking one big with a big and three smalls with three smalls than we are maybe blocking five bigs on five bigs. Do we all understand that? That's my interpretation of duo, all right? So it means this guy better be stout. These run fitters better be really, really good. All right. And it means this guy, especially this wide receiver, these wide receivers that they're using, they better be committed, right? They better be committed to the process of being physical. Now you're going to see Florida State open this football game in a 3-3, letting whoever number 0 is, I think he's actually from Bama. Will you look him up? Number 0 from FSU. This dude played with his screws for 4 quarters. I'm talking about hunted. They put him in basically like this pseudo Caleb Downs role and let him get downfield and absolutely strike. Bam.
Oh, it's Earl Little Jr.
Earl Little Jr. He was from Alabama, right?
Yeah, he transferred.
Yeah. I mean, that dude played on fire. Now they hop into a 4 down right here and play cover 3 behind it. Now, I believe this was one of those plays that everybody poo-pooed on him for, quote-unquote, rushing out of the pocket, I believe is what Bama Twitter told me he did. He bails out of the, quote-unquote, bails out of this pocket. It's a clean pocket, and he bailed out of it. I saw this one all over Bama social media. Hey, you're gonna notice pretty quickly in this study, I like Ty Simpson. I think he's a good football player. I think that whatever negativity came out of this game towards him was unjust, like this play right here. Everybody says he bails out of this pocket. Let me show you what he is seeing, all right? He sees cover 3, all right? And now, if they've got cover 3 working, ideally, this hook from Ryan Williams is going to indeed work into a quote-unquote void in the defense, right? Especially if we go back and look at it from the wide, all right? If we go back and look at it from the wide, this route concept from Ryan Williams, especially as we drag this hook curl's face, all right? That concept is indeed going to open up in a perfect vacuum against cover 3. That would be there. However, do we see what this corner has begun to do? This corner has sagged off up underneath Ryan Williams. That play is 100% dead. All right, we cannot ever throw that football into that window, and he knows that. So he's already buying time and going to getting yardage. Watch this from the wide or from the tight. Okay, as soon as his eyes work back to the right, look what he looks at. He sees this defender right here, right now. And we're already moving. Let's go. This ain't no point in waiting to see how this develops out. It ain't going to develop out well for us. Let's get out of the pocket and run. I'm okay with the decision. Hey, if you're a Georgia fan going to the game this week, pay attention to this. They're a can football team on the road. All right, they give him 2 plays in the huddle. I assume they huddle based off the operation. They give him 2 plays in the huddle. He sees what the defense does. He either says yes, can, or whatever. They're either we can, or we can't. Right? It goes both ways, like most football does. We can actually do it. Like we can do it. Can throw it in the trash. We're going to the next one. You see what I'm saying? So it could be, you can't just assume that he's saying we can run the play that we actually have called. Does that make sense? Isn't football weird like that? But I say that because on the road, you better be loud. All right, you better be loud. They get a false start right here trying to hard count on a can situation. I think the right tackle, or maybe the center right tackle moves early. I don't know. Somebody moves early. Now, this is you bailing a pocket, I think. This is what bailing a clean pocket looks like to me. We're right after a false start right here. So it is 3rd and 7. Okay, 3rd and 7. They're playing another too high. All right, they got a lot of people bailing. All right, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players beyond the sticks. We got us a Charlie check down situation, don't we? We got us an opportunity to get our ball to our check down player, all right, and actually have a chance to win. And I think if we set in this pocket long enough, I do think this tight end clears on this late check down. All right, we either run with our legs here or we give the check down an opportunity, especially when they're dropping 8 or 7 right here as far as they did. It's not just the number of players, Jesus competing with his legs. It's not just the number of players that they drop, it's the depth with which those players drop. Do we all understand that? If everyone's back beyond the sticks, we don't need to be throwing it into the sticks. He's going to compete with his legs, guys. You're going to have to hit him. There's no doubt. All right, we just got done talking about this, I feel like, with the last quarterback we just watched. You cannot allow this guy to do that right there. If he wants to cut up, it's got to hurt. You know what I'm saying? If any quarterback ever in college football nowadays sticks his foot in the ground and wants to get north and south, he better wear one. All right? Because they get protected all the time. And he knows what he's doing, no different than who we just get done watching. Who was it? Jackson Arnold on the sideline? They know what they're doing. They know, hey, if I get over here, you get really, really cautious, I get an extra free yards. No, you do not. I am full speed to your face until you run out of bounds. Right there. It's got to end up like that. When Buddy cuts up, we got to end up like that because he's going to compete. And I love that about him right now. It's 3rd and long. He's trying to pick up the sticks. That physical effort right there puts them in a 4th and short and allows them to convert on the opening possession. I'm all about him doing that. I'm just talking about as a defense, we got to understand we're hitting buddies today. We are hitting quarterbacks today. Ain't too many centers in the game reaching 3 techniques. There just ain't many of them, man. There's not many guys out here in the world that are going to see this guy playing out here in a head up 2, outside shade 3, and the offensive coordinator is going to be like, you know what? Hey, 72, you just go take care of that all by yourself. Watch this footwork and athleticism, twitch, whatever you want to say from Parker Brailsford right here, guys. He's going to full reach this 3 all by himself. Get the butt turned, seal it off right now. Bang. All right. That right there, that's Sunday stuff, okay? Absolute Sunday stuff. I know what happens on 99.9% of 3-tech combos up to number 31 right now. First and foremost, most teams aren't doing it. They're not going all the way out there. They'll just cave it back, all right, pick up number 20 and hope the back can take care of the front side linebacker. They just won't, all right? The ability for this center to fully reach, okay, that 3 technique is sublime. I bet it smells like early 2000s GameStop in that studio. What? That's crazy. Hey, as a non-frequent visitor here, put us in 3. As a non-frequent visitor here, what are the aromas in this place?
I would say it smells very average.
Very average.
Your normal smell.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
That's
It does
you-
not smell like a 2000s GameStop.
Useful audio from you. Useful audio. My notes say have some awareness 81. Why do they say that? Oh, I know why. Hey, anytime they're trying to run stretch right here, by the way, guys. They're trying to get to the edge right here into the boundary, get him going this way and get north and south. Now, anytime we are running stretch as a tight end over here, and y'all see how absolutely, pardon the phrasing, cockeyed or cocked that 9 technique is? Y'all see how much on an angle he is? Hey, newsflash, he's about to run through your face. He's about to run through your face. So if we take this kind of footwork, which he's about to, this tight end is about to take deep footwork, open up his chest like this, and just get absolutely obliterated on the front side of this concept because he has no alertness. He's not aware to what's going on in front of him right now off basic alignment. Watch 81 right here. We're about to take one straight to the chest like it's a military grade round. Okay? Wham. And even worse, he's inside of us. All because we take bucket footwork like we're expecting him to get upfield. No, sir. Everything about him says he's about to cross your face. I really do think there's still some I know it's a loss. I think some damn good tape on here, though. Watch 71 and 74 exchange this stunt right here from this 3 tech and this linebacker, okay? We get those two crossing. Doesn't matter. Great job by Caden Proctor getting your feet back around and sealing that off, right? Walling that thing off. Is that Cam Dewberry right there at left tackle or left guard? That's the A&M transfer, I believe. I don't hate the process here at all. Okay, we're walking to the line of scrimmage first and foremost, and we're cleaning up the protection. Do we all see that? He's cleaning things up, getting everything picked out, identifies the right blitzers. Those guys are indeed pressuring. Now, once we realize, hey, we have had to change the protection, and we know they're blitzing, we confirm they're blitzing, we saw they're blitzing after the snap. What do we need to know? We need to know that we have to play hot now, right? We play a little bit faster. We're not back here sitting forever. And this is important on this concept because we got a skinny post and we got a deep over right here. It is a cover 3 beater, right? We can either throw this hot right now, high and away in between this corner and this safety, or we can pray to God that we picked up the blitz and wait for the deep over to open up. That's our only options right now if we want to compete beyond the sticks, which, by the way, it's 2nd and 7. So coach has called this for us to hunt a little bit, all right? And I don't hate what we did right here. I really don't. We get actually a winnable football right here to, I think that's Giovanni Bernard or Jeremy Bernard. We give him a winnable football. We just can't get it caught. You watch this on TV and you're probably like, ooh, frantic ball. No, I like this process. Again, we know we're hot, dude. They brought 6. We know we're going to, or they brought 5. All right, we know we're going to get pressure eventually. We can't sit there and wait for this deep over to run to our grass. It will. We know it will. It's right there. We know it will. But guess what? He's right there as well. Highly doubt we're able to get back to this deep over right here. And I don't hate the ball. Look at that. I don't hate the ball at all. Now, this one right here made me think, hey, let's just stand in and compete a little bit. But every time, it's very similar to the first couple starts from Gunner. Like, dude, I want you to hang in there and compete right now and rip that football to number 1 because he's the one we called this play for, right? We got this trips bunch stack. We're going to have you push, work underneath right here on 3rd and short, right? We have an opportunity to win right here, but our offense line's getting beat up just a tad bit. I would love to see you stand in here, read that concept, see that pressure, rip that with heat in our face. All right, I'll sit here and say that and watch the results of this play when he decides to compete with his legs because the pocket's a little dirty. What's he do? He ends up picking up a first down. So I'm okay if you're this good of an athlete as long as like we're playing on time somewhat and we're still putting ourselves in positive situations. But now why are we getting beat, right guard? Oh, I know why. Apart from Parker Brailsford, in my opinion, this is just me, in my opinion, all 4 of these guys are overweight. They're all overweight. If this guy gets beat, he gets beat with speed. If this guy gets beat, he gets beat across his face. If this guy gets beat, it's because he gets beat across his face. If this guy gets beat, it's because he has a lack of natural athleticism. Period. I think 72 is the best center in the sport, but that doesn't matter if everybody else is overweight. This is a great job here of telling yourself to remain disciplined, 15. Okay? He wants to bail that thing so hard. Great job just forcing yourself to stick in there. There's no doubt, in my opinion, they are far more alike to what they were doing at Washington than they are what they were doing last year at Alabama. Okay? Very much so like Washington from 2 years ago. Hopping in 12, getting out of the pistol, running play action down here on the goal line. Last year, they'd have been in sidecar running quarterback duo or quarterback, truck toss, which they still have that. This was weird to see. I think they got the wrong motion here. This was really weird. Okay. We bring this guy in motion. They're in zone coverage, though. So all we're doing is just dragging his guy into the box. And then we try to run duo this way. And there's nobody for him. He just runs right down our face and tackles us. What I think got happened, I think the motion got tagged incorrectly. I think you were supposed to motion to Tripp's bunch right here and stop right there. Okay? Right here. And then you seal your guy. Ryan seals his. And we're up to these 2 guys, and we actually have a crease right here. But we motioned all the way over and settled outside the right tackle. And now there's really nobody for us to block over there. It was weird. Now, I have to be honest with the audience. I did not play wide receiver. So some of these things I just don't know about. All right, like, for example, your pacing on certain routes when you're in zone or facing zone coverage, like this one right here. Watch Ryan. All right, I think he motions. Does he motion? Yeah, he does. All right, so he motions over, and then I think we've got a dig. Yes, we have a dig. All right, now, the reason I'm saying I want to preface this with I don't know, because I don't. All right, but when I watch a quarterback go through his progressions, 3 steps, 1 hitch to the front side, works to the back side where you're supposed to be on the dig and you're not there, it means you've ran your either wrong doubt or wrong depth or wrong timing on your route, right? When a quarterback, who I trust the eyes of, even in his first start, when he is where he's supposed to be and you're not, I assume you've either ran the wrong route or you've ran it at the wrong pace. And that's what I see happening a lot right now with Ryan, okay? Also, like, I love that we compete down here with a good football to Jeremy, and that's awesome, and we get it completed, and it's a great ball, but like, dude, the sail should be the ball that we are throwing right now. See what I mean? He is clicked over already. He's reading this safety. Now, maybe he moves off of this because he looks at this safety and that safety can drive on the dig anyways. But my question is, look at that leverage. Why aren't we throwing the sail right here? Why are we competing all the way back to Jeremy? Great catch, Jeremy. I'm going to mute my microphone right quick. I don't know. Let's talk some ball here. Let's talk some ball, okay? Running back's doing a really, really good job right here, Richard, of not cheating your alignment. Okay, it can be real easy. All right, he's almost giving it away, but we're about to roll the quarterback to our left. And I can't tell you how many young running backs, you'll see it in a couple seconds, how many young running backs that get told the coaching point of, hey, creep your alignment up just a little bit. And instead of doing what Richard's doing right now is just a hair in front of the quarterback, they get like a full yard. And we as defensive coordinators can just sit there and go, hey, roll out. Roll out. They're coming our way right now. The back is doing some weird stuff right about now. It's a good job not cheating your alignment right here. It's a good 3rd and 4 call. That's a staple, dude. But even that last year, like, did they trust Jalen Milroe to roll to his left and throw a speed out on time? I don't know. Now, they would have lined up and just ran the damn ball with the quarterback right there, and you would have had to deal with that. All right, but it's a little bit different. You still have to deal with that to an extent here. My note right here just says he's got the right eyes, guys. He's got the right eyes. I really like this rep from him. Okay, we're going to take the snap. I want y'all to watch this safety, okay? This safety has no way of getting into this play because Ty's eyes hold him flat, okay? Ty's eyes hold his feet flat. Watch this from the tight, okay? Even though they're like false eyes, even though they're really frantic and really quick, first thing we're going to do, snap, put the ball, as soon as we get the ball, put our eyes on this safety, who's what, at like 8 yards? He's almost in the box, it feels like. All right, now we have to keep him there, or better yet, pull him off of that, right? We have to get him off of that and closer to the hash as best we can. So what do? Now, so we look to our right, even if it's just because we have to, right? We just flip them over there. Just flash them just a little bit. 41's gotten held now, and 27's still holding flat where he's at. And then we can rip this football. That's the difference, right? If we'd have just taken that ball and immediately done that, that safety's going to blow his head off, right? But just because we flashed him once, it saves us. Son, what if we were 334 pounds, 74? You know what I mean? I think he's listed at 365. I bet Caden probably plays at 372. Just is what it is, okay? And there are some great reps. There's a great rep against Wisconsin we're going to show you. Okay, there are some great reps. I'm not going to lie to you. But there are also about half a dozen reps every single game where it's just so clear and obvious you're playing overweight. Look how slow our feet are. Look how heavy our feet feel. The best players at your body size in the world choose to be 330 pounds. They just do. They do. And maybe you're a unicorn. I don't see a unicorn at 365. I see somebody that should be playing at 335. It's a great rush right here by 93. It's an elite stab. Watch this right guard get absolutely obliterated to the face. Ugh. Look at this stab. Almost illegal hands to the face. Ugh. They were a duo football team. They've changed a little bit. They still like this as their base play. All right, but I told you, we got to be really committed and good, right, wherever it ends up, right over here, right? We got to be really committed and good at run blocking, all right, to be a duo football team. Starting to get a little hot, Austin. Always looks pretty. And it closes quickly. So the other thing about him in the slot, Ryan, that is, he does tend to get rerouted quite a bit when he's in here. Okay. He's trying to avoid contact. All right. And I don't know if we're late in the progression or what, but we had to make miss twice. Okay. And I think our quarterback's trying to get us the football, and he's a little late, and he's going to get hit, and now the ball is going to flare up a little bit. Okay. I just don't think we're 100% comfortable just yet in the slot. How could we be? We just started playing that position. Okay. Also, hey, look, 74's feet are going to die on him. We have to labor so hard to get out of our stance out there at left tackle. Okay, we're really, really pushing to get vertical and out of our set. Okay, and then our feet are ultimately going to die on us, and we're going to give up a sack. Our feet and our hands die. Fucker. We've watched enough duo. I think this is a busted snap. I don't know what's going on here. These guys look to me like they're trying to run duo back this way. Normally, if that's the case, we start with the back over here and allow him to do this instead of crossing him this way. It's very weird. It's like, nope. We're working this combo up to 9, who is right here, by the way. But because we start the back over here and then run him this way, no shit, number 9 ends up over here. Huh. I thought this was interesting to me. So I don't know if you can tell at home, but it has just started torrentially downpouring on the film right now. Coach is going to call a double move. This is the first play out of a rainstorm, by the way. And he calls a double move for Ryan Williams up here at the top of the screen. Okay, we're going to try to, this is the old, it's the same exact play Dylan Bell scored on against Alabama last year. Okay, we're just trying to double move that safety. We've got it. All right, we're just getting pressured already up front. Oh, all right. So we have a rule on this channel. When we have any quarterback that runs a sub 4.75 and they motion him to empty, we are playing quarterback run. Now, whether we play quarterback run with a 5-man box, whether we play quarterback run with a 3-man box, whether we play quarterback run with whatever the hell we need to feel comfortable outside against empty, I don't really care. But what we're damn sure going to do is stunt the defensive line every single time. Because the number one way to jack up a draw as they motion to empty is to just absolutely cause havoc down this midline. So however you do it, whether you are tackles out, ends in, tackles out, ends in, whether you are simulated pressure out, ends in, tackles, I do not care. But we better create havoc down what we call the midline of the offense. And this is exactly what Florida State does. We don't have to have good counts. We just have to create a lot of havoc, which is exactly what they do. You ain't running draw into that picture. I don't give a shit. I don't care how good you are up front. You are not running draw into that. It's an automatic cue. Every single, by the way, hit him. You know what I mean? He's going to put himself at risk. Hit him. I don't mean to say that about you, Ty. Okay? I'm talking about defensive strategies right now. If they want to run him, if he's going to be out in the open like that, we're going to have to hit him like this. My notes say Williams is the right play right here. Do they come back to it? Yeah. All right. So here's also, this is how I know he's a lot more comfortable. The coordinator is and the head coach, right? Quarterback's about to miss something. We're trying to work this sail right here to Ryan. Okay, that's what we're trying to get to against this, clouded coverage over here from Florida State. All right, and it's wide open. Okay, we pressed him vertically. We got the corner to open his hips, and now we're going to run flat to the sideline out here, and it should be open. We should be throwing this ball flat back down to him right about now. Okay, we are not. We throw the deep post, and we should probably end up throwing an interception right now. Guys, the middle of the field is closed. You should never throw that football, ever. You've been staring at him, I would imagine. As soon as the ball snapped, you got eyes on number 0 who's in the middle of the field. Sure as shit, you're looking right at him. You should never throw that football. We should be throwing the sail right now. By the way, you can see him. He's breaking out to good leverage right there, okay? So, here's, big shot. Now, why did we give up a big shot to the quarterback? Oh, our feet died and we're getting ran around out there at left tackle. Huh. Austin, 3 years. 3 years on this channel. 3 years on this channel, we've been looking at 74 do this. And we just been saying, man, dude, if you just lose some weight. Now, me, myself, and I, 3 years ago, I was 295 when I said that and didn't have much room to be talking. Not to make it about me. All right, but here, watch the coordinator come right back to it, right? We had that sail against this bracket, or this clouded coverage that we really, really liked just a second ago. Well, let's give it the same look, just a different picture. Let's have Ryan drive out, and let's have, I think this is Jeremy. Let's have Jeremy run the sail. Boom, bang. Got him. All right, now, it's up to the chat. We have Wisconsin tape to watch. Let's watch that. Wisconsin tape, or do we want to get off the spoon? Might get off the spoon at the end. All right, let's switch over and watch some Wisconsin tape. I got a spoon to get off of, Austin. I got an addiction that I got to give up. It's not my fault. Come on now. Come on now. Here we go. All right, here we go. Now, when we turn the Florida State tape on, right, we saw almost 95% duos, like duo run, okay, in their run scheme. It was very, very bland. They couldn't really run the football. They weren't trying to do anything. They didn't see any counter. We saw one stretch play that they didn't run very well. Saw duo. Now, first play of the football game, this is basically the Micah Morris play, but they got Parker Brailsford, okay? So they run it with Parker Brailsford. We're going to get kind of the same duo look, except this time we're going to add in the center onto the front side. I call this the We Got Parker play. All right? I call this the We Got Parker play, but it gets absolutely obliterated because number 80 gets his freaking lunch stuffed right here. Wham! Come on, linebacker from Wisconsin. First play of the game. Go and set the tone, son. I don't love this either. You got this brought to you on play one. We're turning and running and turning and spinning and doing all the I don't want no contact stuff. Snap one. Come on now. It's snap one. Go set the tone. All right, 2nd and 15 right here. Okay, getting a bunch of zone coverage and zone looks right here from Wisconsin. 2nd and 12. That's actually 2nd and 15. I would assume these guys are going to hard bail, right, Austin? They're going to get back. They know it's 2nd and 15 too. They're going to rush 4 and drop a bunch of these guys. Really good time for a traditional running back screen right here. Really, really good time for a traditional running back screen against a high, heavy dropping zone coverage. Hey, Parker, can we hit somebody? 72, pick a guy. It's probably that one. Pick the biggest, most downhill playing football player and smack him in the teeth. But it's 2nd and 7, or excuse me, 3rd and 8. We can actually live in that, 3rd and 9. All right, got a question here. Why not number 5 here? Why don't we like this? You're looking at him right now. He is clearing that hook curl defender. You'll see it from the tight especially. Why don't we like that football? Now, I think we don't like it because the ref, we don't want to hit him in the nuts maybe. But we just saw this at the very start of our sessions today with Jackson Arnold. Oh, why don't we like that? We know he's running and we know he's flat-footed. Why don't we like that right now? Here's what's worse. We come back to it way late. Now we try to throw that ball. We can't do that. Make the zebra dive on the ground, son. You know what I mean? Make the zebra die on the ground. Scoop. This was one of his 6 incompletions on the day, I think. I think he threw 5 incompletions. Something like that. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of duo. I never really have been. I hate when Georgia runs it, to be honest with you. I don't like it. I think it's an NFL concept, and the NFL tight ends make what the NFL tight ends make because the NFL tight ends are NFL tight ends. Like, dude, if you got George Kittle and Trent Williams, by all means, be a duo football team. But we watch college football on this channel. You should be a counter football team. You should be a pin and pull football team. You should be a gap scheme with a little bit of zone scheme football team. You should have wide zone in there. You should have everything. We shouldn't be lining up saying my guys are going to run it down your guys' throats all the time. Now, I don't know. Here's the problem. If you're an Alabama fan watching this today, there's a problem for Georgia, more importantly. Like, I assume Jam Miller's coming back for this football game. I assume they were bland, boring, and unable to execute run plays because they had young backs back there. That's what I'm assuming if I'm playing them. I'm going to assume I'm going to get their best, their absolute best. They did not put their best on tape in these football games. It has never made sense to me, and I wish somebody would explain to me. It has never made sense to me why we have our entire offensive line working one way on duo, and then we're going to run away from this. And here's why it doesn't make sense to me, because of what happens with this linebacker right here. The backers are reading feet of the offensive lineman through the back, right? They're reading through these feet to the back. So if the back opens up and runs this way, the fuck you think the linebacker's going to do? He's going to run right over the top of it. So yeah, on paper, this duo to this front side inside linebacker looks awesome. But in reality, he's going to stonewall that tackle, and the linebacker's just going to gap exchange when he sees the running back, just like that right there. I've never liked it. Ever, ever, ever. And some duo sycophant is going to find that clip and just show me all the duo stats of why it's a great play. I'm just telling you, as a former offensive lineman, I hate it. Some of this stuff, see, they're trying to get a little different, okay, here with the run scheme. They're trying to pull Parker here. I think they're trying to go truck toss, basically. Trying to get to the edge here. But I don't know if I'm asking this kid right here. This is Jeremy. This is my best. This is my true X. All right. My best receiver. I think he's supposed to be blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage. I think that's who blows it up. That's who you're designed to kind of go hit. I wouldn't be hitting that kid either. I'd go pick the outside linebacker myself. All right. That looked pretty damn physical anyways. Looked like we took the brunt of that blow as is. But the defensive end, who I think is our responsibility, we just kind of got crushed by. When I see things like this on tape, I just wonder, like, they're trying to be creative. They're trying to do different things in the run game. They're not executing those things. And I wonder how much of that is because it's relatively new, or we haven't, ran it against good comp, or maybe we haven't ran it against this look, or whatever it is. We don't seem 100% clean and prepared in some of these run fits early on. I think it's a great ball by Ty Simpson right here on 3rd and 9. I think it's the sail route to Ryan Williams, if my memory serves me correct. I think we take pressure. Yeah, we do. And we just absolutely ripped the piss out of a sail right here. This is an excellent ball. Okay, we're running this guy on an I love football route. We've got you running that. We got the tight end attacking the hook curl player. That's the concept we have going on right now. All right, and as soon as Ty sees this player biting down on the tight end, he knows Ryan's going to be running clean on the sail route. All right, now what he doesn't know is he's going to have to do this while taking a shot from a linebacker because our left guard gets beat. I think our eyes go straight to the flat player. They do. I love that about him. Look where his eyes are, guys. That's why we can throw this with such anticipation, okay, even though we're getting beat up front. Look how early that ball's thrown. So good. Just getting absolutely obliterated by a stunt. Dewberry, you got to get your eyes inside and get back, bud. They were getting more diverse by game 3. Much more diverse by game 3 in the run game. All right. Now, does it mean they were much more successful? No. The stats still look like crap, I thought. And I honestly thought it, you know, when I turned the box score on, getting ready for Sunday's show last week, I was like, oh, Wisconsin just must have just loaded the piss out of the box and stopped the run. No, they did not. No, they did not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 2nd and 8, playing 9 yards beyond the 9 yards past the line of scrimmage. They got the run stuffed on them just based off basic alignment. They were not overcommitted to the run, was Wisconsin. Hey, remember we telling you about running back alignment? Okay? This is an even younger kid. See how far up he is right there, Austin? Dead giveaway we're rolling the quarterback. Don't you? You out here yawning in my film studies. You out here yawning in my class, son?
That's on me, man.
Do you need to stand up?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I promise, Coach.
Made me fucking sick, man. Made me sick. Yeah, running back's cheating depth, okay? Be alert. Be alert. Hey, you still got to get ready for quarterback duo, though. They still feature it just a tad bit here. Okay? This is the Jalen Milroe play from last year. Are they as good at it? No, they're not. But they're still pretty. It's still something you got to prepare for, especially inside the 10 down here in the red zone, right? We're running. You sorry sack. Okay? They're running duo this way, guys. They're going to give a read option look. It's really not, though. It's to get him to work this way, and they're trying to hit C-gap and beyond right here on duo. Get prepared for duo. All right? Big-time game for all you defensive ends. Quintavious Johnsons, Elijah Griffins, all you guys that are playing this 4-eye and beyond type of position. Gabe Harris's, all you guys. Y'all better get ready for double teams, holding them at the line of scrimmage. And you, Jonel Aguero, and you, Chris Cole, and Raylan Wilson, and C.J. Allen, and you, frontside safety, whoever you may be. Y'all better get ready to come fit that shit in C-gap. Do we all understand? I don't think that frontside safety was ready to fit it. I don't think he was ready to fit it. All right, let's talk body language, Austin. Let's talk body language. Forward lean, eh? Down. Forward lean, eh? Forward lean, eh? That guy's oddly tall, is he not? Now, why would I want to be standing up, flat-footed? You know, like, why would I want to be standing up this way? Put us in one. Why would I want to be standing up this way instead of down here like this? Do you have any guesses?
We're about to get the football.
Definitely about to get the football, but where? If I'm standing up this way instead of standing up this way, what is it easier for me to do like this?
Go left or right.
You goddamn right, son. It's way easier for me to go left and right when I'm standing up like this, right? All I have to do is open my hips up this way and get going. Catch the football and get going. All right, but if I'm like this or if I'm like this, right, I can really only go forward. And it takes me a while to stand up and then go. So when I read this body language last night, all right, when I'm watching this film, I'm screaming. Five's going east and west. Five's going east and west. Now, which way is he going? I don't necessarily know. But the ball's on the middle of the field, and he's over here. I'll bet he's going that way. Too slow, Wisconsin. Too slow, Wisconsin. You're the real problem. Back here, number 14. You probably need to be in the middle of the field. You're already out leveraged. And you end up out leveraged at the very end. All right, let's go to play 18. Let's talk some football here. It's 2nd and 1, buddy. It's 2nd and 1 right now, and they're going to dial up a pressure or something. They're going to get home really, really quickly. Okay? They're going to get home really, really quickly. What we cannot do right now is pull a page right out of Shedeur Sanders' playbook, pull a page apparently out of Lenoris' Sellers' playbook now. Have you seen this? Lenoris doing this nonsense where we're like, oh, I'm going to run 30 yards backwards. Why? Why? It's 2nd and 1 right now, and now it's 3rd and 20. And we ain't got a shot in Sam hell to convert 3rd and 20. I don't care if Wisconsin's on the field. Okay, we can't do this. We can't have negative plays like this. All right. Also, oof, damn, 9. That's a young player getting some smoke down the midline right there from number 9 and number 0. Whoop bang. Can't go backwards. Can't do that. Just eat the damn sack, or better yet, right? We know we got 6-man pressuring, and we know he just flared. Hey, just hit your check down right now, dude. It's 2nd and 1. We don't have to hunt a big explosive right now. I do think they're far, far better coordinated in the passing department nowadays than they were a year ago, okay? It's a really, really good 3-beater right here. Got the tight end attached. I always miss him in the concept right here. There's the tight end, so y'all don't miss him like I always do. We got him running kind of like a deep over, a crosser, right? Just trying to take this guy. If we can pull this guy with us, even better. We definitely want to attach his eyes with us as we work. All right, the slot receiver. I don't know why I'm drawing on the screen. The slot receiver is going to work up and over, almost collide with the tight end, and then work his way up towards the corner, right? And then we got a dig coming in from number 5. All right, bam. We're stressing really everybody, right? Putting something across his face. He's going to expand back this way, and then we're going to run the dig back behind him. This ball's absolutely ripped by Ty Simpson as well. Oh, they're tackle over right there, I think. No, they're not. Doink. About as good as you can put it. About as good as you can put it. What we got? 45 minutes so far on Alabama's offense? I think that tracks. Maybe 40.
Right around there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Zero's doing right here on the goal line. It's a very peculiar decision from him. I think he's trying to chase it and pace the back right here. Right? Trying to stay on playing with the back, and he thinks the back's over here. He's lost him. About to cut back into your gap, sir. We don't call football players soft around here. We don't. We don't call football players soft. However, there is no hiding avoidance of contact on tape. There's just not. Okay, so when you go down and you do one of these instead of doing one of these, right? When you go down and you do one of those, all right, instead of running your face through a motherfucker, like when you do that, it's so obvious on film. So again, we told you at the start of this, if you want to be a duo football team, that's you telling me you think you're great here and you think you're better and more physical here. That's what you're attacking. You're attacking creases outside the box when you run duo. Guys, this is a non-smoke wanting rep right here from number 5 and number 1, who I think are great receivers. They would terrify me. All 3 of these guys terrify me as a defensive coordinator. But if they want to get up in this box and try to run block, I'm going to run through their face. No different than Wisconsin did right here. Okay, and they're going to have problems running the football. Look at number 5. Watch, first of all, we motioned 2 out of there because, you know, we motioned 2 out of there. But watch 5 right here, okay? As number 4 approaches him, I'm fine with that, okay? I see what he's doing. He's reading, making sure 11 doesn't work out. He stays down. But I'm looking at number 1 right here, okay? Watch number 1. We're not going to run the football all that well when we got receivers approaching linebackers like that. Now, again, hey, that's a 240-pound linebacker from Wisconsin. That's a Big Ten linebacker. He is big. He is physical. He can run. If I'm C.J. Allen, I'm looking at that tape like this is my opportunity to run through somebody's face, okay? So that's what I would be licking my chops for if I were a linebacker. Hope you guys enjoyed this on a Sunday morning. I got 30 minutes to recuperate and get my notes highlighted, and I'm going to be live here again at noon. All right, maybe get a swig of some water, some H2all. How about that? H2all.com. Love you. See you in a little bit.